Welcome inside the Haig Bowl Arena. It is semi-final Sunday now as we are underway. Quarterfinals are in the books. All quarterfinal matchups within one goal. 3 games finished 2-1, and the midnight game at the early game this morning finished 4-3. It is the Midnight Express in their black uniforms with the white and red trim. The Pittsburgh Gods in white with the yellow numbering and trim. Pittsburgh comes in, a shot tipped out of play, and the face-off will stay deep inside the zone, coming to the right of the starting goaltender. Take a look at the starting goaltenders. In goal for the Midnight Express, number 30, David DiGeronimo. And for the Pittsburgh Gods, they go back to their goaltender, number 29, John Rethgage. Rethgage was huge in their quarterfinal game this morning. Absolutely kept Pittsburgh in their game against the Ottawa Godfathers. 2-1 decision there. Midnight. They'll start things off going around the boards. Good heads-up play and good patience. And now they come across the line, 3-on-1. J.C. Gill, 96 for Midnight. He got his pocket pick. Now the Pittsburgh Gods take over behind their goal. All gets dumped in. DiGeronimo leaves it for his defenseman. Gurjeet Gill now to the near side for the Midnight Express. Shot gets blocked. Back to the point. Tipped off the stick of the Pittsburgh Gods, number 17, and out of play. Good block by Anderson to be able to get a stick on that and allow that shot to go into the corner rather than towards the goal. Taskas lose that straw for Midnight. Ball gets chipped out. Midnight has to clear the zone. God start things up in the neutral zone here on the near wall. Gingell, he wants it for Pittsburgh. Spins away from traffic. Midnight, though, takes over here on the near wall. Icing gets waved off, but Midnight will go for a change. Here come the Pittsburgh Gods. They dump it down as the Gods also go for a change to get fresh bodies on. 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first period of play. Opening semifinal game. Shot from the point. Hits a couple of sticks, and now it'll be picked up by the Gods. Here's Zimic. He couldn't clear that out. That shot from Midnight blocked right off the pad and out of play, so we get a stoppage. Midnight came into the quarterfinals today ranked 6th. They were able to beat out the Americans 4-3 this morning in the opening quarterfinal game. That draw won back by the Pittsburgh Gods. Unable to clear, Midnight takes over right in front of the Gods bench. Now it's turned over. Here comes Steve Gregory. He has his pocket picked as the Midnight Express take over. Bumped off the ball again. This is the Gregory line for the Pittsburgh Gods. Rimmed in deep. 2 Midnight players chasing after it, 1 God. Ball battle here in the near side, right in front of our broadcast setup. Shot gets denied. And now the Midnight Express set up. Stretch pass. Connects to the far winger with J.K. Gill. Ball thrown all the way down, and icing is charged against the Midnight Express. These two teams played each other so many times in so many different tournaments. So many titles and medals taken right here at Clash of the Titans between these two teams. And a new centerman coming to Pittsburgh. So Haney is kicked down to the draw. Clean win back for Pittsburgh. That shot curves but goes wide. Schlegel up to the high slot, they score. The Pittsburgh Gods make it a 1-0 lead. All the time and space in the world for Danny Schlegel, and he makes it 1-0. Schlegel is first goal of this game. He's been their goal scorer this tournament. Schlegel is 4th goal of the tournament now. So 1-0 Pittsburgh God over the Midnight Express here in semifinal number 1. That ball bounces out of play, and the faceoff will come deep into Pittsburgh end. Other semifinal happening right after this game. It'll be the Hamilton Hayes. They just beat out the Niagara War Pigs, and they'll take on the Toronto Orangemen. Ball played in the Midnight end. Pops out. Midnight trying to stretch that one. They get a stick on it. Racing it after it is number 91. Satachi. He can't control it for Midnight. Ball sent in deep by the Gods, and they go for a change. Satachi hanging out high for the Midnight Express. Almost cherry picking. There's a shot, they score! 2-0 Pittsburgh Gods on a shot. The goaltender of DiGeronimo is going to want back. Just a quick release that DiGeronimo got about 90% of the ball, but that one is going to go in, and that's actually be his first goal of the tournament. So Brian Nath keeps that ball, his first one, and it's an important one. Gives his team a 2-0 lead. Here he comes again. Nath. Ball comes out of play and bounces right in front of me, which will keep the face-off deep inside the zone. Mike Bain kicks it back to the point for Pittsburgh. Forward battle continues on the far side. Now it's taken over. Here come Midnight. Malayas couldn't control. Now come the Pittsburgh Gods. Penalty coming against Pittsburgh, as his hand got right up on the face of the defenseman for Midnight. So Mike Bain will be the penalized player. It'll send the Midnight Express to the power play here with 6 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the first frame. Roughing the call against Bain, power play regardless. As Bain sits down, a minor penalty for roughing. As there appears to be just tape or something on the floor. That'll get picked up, and now we're almost set to go here in this man advantage for the Midnight Express. Face-off, one back by Pittsburgh, and they clear at 200 feet. There's a shot, denied, kicked into the corner. Pittsburgh tries the rim, that went around the boards, but it'll just come back here to the near side. Kept in by Sean Hannon. Hannon creeps in here on the near side as the ball swings behind the goal. Back to Hannon. Down low behind the cage. Pittsburgh Gods sliding in there trying to find that loose ball, but it's controlled by Hannon and the Midnight Express. Midnight trying to find that loose ball. One whack at it, two shots, but they're unable to find the rebound. Pittsburgh trying to take over, but it's a good pinch coming from the defenseman for Midnight. Satassi able to pinch in there and get that ball. Now Hannon winds and fires on the one-timer, but a big block keeps that play alive. J.K. Gill with the shot. Now Satachi down low for Hannon. Satachi and Gill up top, both wanting one-timers. That tried to go right east-west across the middle. Hannon now goes down low for the Midnight Express. Under 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. That shot goes wide. Back to Hannon. Hannon takes his time. That shot, good block, doesn't get anywhere near the net. Hannon once again running out of time in this power play. 4:35 left to go here in the period. Hannon once again, big right-handed shot, just can't get anything on the net, and the penalty is over. Good kill by the Gods. And that will be sent all the way down, but that'll be an icing charged against Pittsburgh. Got to take your small wins, and that is a huge win for the Pittsburgh Gods to be able to kill off that power play. A lot of great scoring chances coming from Midnight, but the goaltender of Rethgage doing what he does best. Rethgage has been sharp all day long here. Face-off comes to the right of John Rethgage. Taskas couldn't win it, but they get the ball back. Taskas the shot. That gets blocked and just goes left of the net. Just joining us, it is a 2-0 Pittsburgh God lead over the Midnight Express. High flipped up diagonally across the zone. Ball's played with a good fair stick, but the referee says play on. Here comes Pittsburgh. Midnight regains possession and they'll settle it down. Satachi, he dishes off, comes to the near side along the wall. Midnight now trying to go up through the middle. Satachi pokes it back to the defenseman. That's shot in. Gurjeet Jill the shot, and the pressure will gather a whistle, and the Midnight Express will get a face-off in the offensive zone. Rethgage been sharp, stopped all 8 balls that have come his way. Shots on goal, 8-7 for Midnight. Face-off, bounces just out of the reach of the Midnight Express defenseman. Played back in. Gregory, he pressured for the Pittsburgh Gods. Gregory now right in front. Caught that ball, put it down. Gregory spinning away from traffic. Thrown that one towards the goal, but he just couldn't get anything on it. This is number 21, Dan Gregory. Ball gets stripped away. Midnight comes in across the line, 3-on-2. Shot, what a block. The Pittsburgh Gods show the support of Ricky Anderson with the block. Everybody making some noise for Anderson, who slid to block that scoring chance. Two minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first period. Face-off will come to the right of the goaltender, Rethgage. Hannon is going to take this draw for Midnight. Loses it. Pittsburgh just a flip off the boards. Icing will get waved off. Now Nav. He gets stripped of the ball. Out comes Midnight. Board battle right behind the goal of Rethgage. Good work by Midnight. Hannon, he gets tangled up. Penalty arm goes up to the official. Midnight going back to the power play. Delayed penalty as they'll pull out and allow an extra hacker to come on. So 6-on-5 opportunity. Taking his time, Midnight trying to find a way to come across the line and get a scoring chance. Long shot, that's going to go wide. Pittsburgh just needs to touch up, and they do. So a delayed penalty coming against the Pittsburgh Gods. It's a minor penalty for hooking. So 5-on-4 opportunity. Midnight, 4 shots on their first opportunity. No goals to show for it, though, as they still trail 2-0. Face-off comes to the right of Rethgage. He's been sharp this afternoon as well. Played exceptionally well in his quarterfinal game. And now he's been tested 9 times so far, stopped all of them. Face-offs won back by Midnight. Power play goes to work for the Express. Callan Wild on the far side, wearing number 32. There'll be that big left shot. There's a shot that goes wide off the blade. Gustini playing the top middle here. Midnight. Back to Gustini. Runs and fires. He scores! A power play goal. Gustini, a slap shot on the one-timer just over the glove of Rethgage. And he cracks the seal for Midnight. It's a 2-1 lead. So the Midnight Express on the board with exactly 1 minute to go here in the first period of play. Pittsburgh give up a power play goal. So the penalty hurts Pittsburgh now as they have been handed only a 2-1 lead now. Here they come right back again. Midnight with speed across the blue line. Here is Gustini. The goal scorer so far that cut the lead in half. Back to the point they go. That shot right on. Rethgage makes the save and sees the rebound and just takes a whistle. 37 seconds left to go here in the first period of the first semifinal of the BAUER Clash of the Titans. WeeStream, proud to bring you this coverage here on Ballhockey.com's YouTube and Facebook page. Also Deck Hockey, wherever you're watching from. Welcome all our viewers here to the BAUER Clash of the Titans. Down to just 4 teams. .30 seconds left here in the opening period of semifinal number 1. It was 2-0 Pittsburgh, and the Express just got on the board, capitalizing on their second power play of the afternoon. Chipped up high and out of play. So we get a stoppage with 16 seconds left to go in the period. Face-off's going to come to the left of the goaltender for the Pittsburgh Gods, John Rethgage. Midnight trying to line up for the one-timer here on his backhand. They lose the face-off, though. Only a few seconds. Last chance, not going to go. So at the end of the first period, the horn sounds. It is 2-1 Pittsburgh. Shots after the first period of play. Midnight 12 and the Pittsburgh Gods only 7. You're watching live coverage of the first semifinal matchup of the 2019 BAUER Clash of the Titans right here from Haig Bowl. Second period underway here in the first semifinal. Pittsburgh Gods 2 and Midnight Express 1. Glad you could be a part of this one wherever you're watching from. I'm Spencer Tanguay. Glad to bring you live coverage as We team up with WeeStreem, of course, to bring you the pretty pictures and great sounds of the BAUER Clash of Titans. Rethgage just going to hold on and take a defensive zone faceoff with 11:36 to go in the period. Crazy turn of events here happening here at Haig Bowl Arena. Put in a new scoreboard. Unfortunately, not working this weekend, so they pull out the good old elementary school gym scoreboard that they put between the benches. Luckily, we have a great view here from where we're set up. But other than that, players don't really have an idea of how much time's left. Not a matter now, as we have 11:20 to go here in the second period. Ball going to be controlled by Midnight. Ball played up the near wall. Midnight gets the ball in and they set up on offense. Satachi to the far wing. Satachi going to get that ball back. Tried to just control, but it pops off his blade. And goes deep back into the Midnight end. Here is Satachi. Little flip pass. And Midnight tries to set up a breakout once again. Vying his options. Back to Satachi, right on the line. That ball's get thrown in deep. Picked off. Midnight right in front. Great stop as the goaltender, Rethgage, never moved off his post. Sent back in by Gill. Good pressure now in the offensive zone by the Midnight Express. Rethgage not biting at all. Thrown out front. Rebound. Scores! Simon Taskas. He finds that rebound and he puts it upstairs over Rethgage. A once 2-0 lead, now vanished. It's 2-2. Midnight, that's why they're so good at controlling the ball. They held that ball deep in the offensive zone for nearly 2 minutes. We've played 1:59. The ball has not left that zone. Offensive pressure pays off as the third shot of the period goes in. Eliminates a 2-0 lead. Puts Pittsburgh back on their heels. There's a shot. Never made it on net. Another shot that goes wide. Pittsburgh. A little deflated now after their 2-0 lead has been absolutely erased. Tipped in, icing waved off. Played up around the boards here to the near wall for Hershik. Turned over though. Gill almost had that right on his stick for Midnight. Tried to get that one on goal, can't get any traffic. Robbie Mentis for Midnight almost had a scoring chance. Played in now for the Pittsburgh Gods. Here's Roy Dutton. Dutton just outworking his man, number 32 of Kalen Wild. Penalty in front of the net. And the Gods player is down. Not sure there's no whistle. But I thought it was Wild, but it'll actually be number 62, Joey Lemos. So Lemos is going to go off. The back official put his hand up immediately, and the penalty happened as Dutton was going to the net. So Dutton's back up. Penalized player going to the box. And it'll be a 5-on-4 for the Pittsburgh Gods. Midnight 1 for 2 on the power play. Pittsburgh gets their first look now. That one goes off the side dasher board and out of play. Out of the zone, rather. Dump right back in deep. And icing called as the pass was intended for the winger, but he just couldn't get a stick on it. Big opportunity for the Pittsburgh Gods on this power play. Put Midnight down a goal again. It has been all Midnight so far since they had a 2-0 lead. Face off deep inside the Pittsburgh zone. Hannon trying to stay with it for Midnight, but it goes right back towards the goal, and Healers have to cover. So Hannon and the Midnight Express will once again get an offensive zone face-off. The Gods going to change things up here, trying to change up this power play. Got a better drawman on the floor. They win the draw as Gregory just pushes it behind his own goal. In comes Pittsburgh. Spinning away from traffic is Barbas. Now back to the point. Near side they come. Gregory back to the point. Scheigel, he's got one goal tonight. Haney, he doesn't want to pull the trigger. Haney looks ready for the one-timer, but he's unable to receive that pass. Slow ball movement coming out from Pittsburgh here as they try to find a perfect lane. Back to the point. Doesn't pull the, now he pulls the trigger. Good stop. DiGeronimo makes the save. Midnight staying square in that box, keeping everything to the outside. Little time left in this power play. That shot, rebound, scores! An innocent shot from Scheigel from the point is put home by Haney. And the Pittsburgh Gods regain the lead, a power play marker, and take a 3-2 lead. So 3-2 Pittsburgh, a power play marker that beats DiGeronimo. Just a loose, errant ball off the back dasherboard. Haney's right there with his stick down, puts it home. So a power play goal, 3-2 Pittsburgh. Face off, one back. Sent in by Heschuk. Hershik and company gets back for the Pittsburgh Gods as Hershik comes up to attack at the blue line. Ball went in the zone. And now Midnight start things off here in the near wall. Crocker sends it in deep. Jordan Crocker. 63 for the black, red and white. On his backhand, just passes it on his forehand, but nobody there for Midnight. Icing's waved off as DiGeronimo comes out behind his net to play. Now Midnight here on the near wall. Brian Nath trying to keep him on the outside. Mullis. With possession now. Give and go, he'll get it back. Leaves it for the winger here on the near boards. 5.5 to go here in the second period in a 3-2 Pittsburgh God lead. Mentis. The shot just out of the reach. Here's a shot that goes wide. Icing waved off. DiGeronimo out of his cage makes the play. Now ball here on the near side. There's a shot, gets blocked off the stick and out of play. Big opportunity here for Midnight. Their offense has been really strong in this game, even though they have a 3-2 deficit to overcome. Goaltending has been great at both ends, though, even though the score 3-2. As the line up to the left of the netminder. Right back to Wild on the point. He gets it back. Almost had his pocket picked on that pass. Sean Hannon tried to throw that one around, but the net comes off, and we get a stoppage. Face-off stays deep inside the Pittsburgh God end. 5:07 left remaining here in the second period. Back and forth game. Pittsburgh rather. Second. And the Midnight Express sixth coming into this game. High off the glass. That stays low enough to stay away from the ceiling. Albright had some speed. Line is good. Now comes Midnight. Referees say no, and the penalty arms stay down. Very similar to what just happened at the other end. Albright has to go off as his helmet comes off. Rebound. That shot off the glove of DiGeronimo. Back comes the Midnight Express. J.K. Gill across, scores! Midnight Express answer on a 2-on-1, and they make it a 3-3 game. What a heads-up pass by J.K. Gill. 3-3 as we seesaw battle continues. The Pittsburgh bench wanted a call deep into the Midnight end, thought a player was tripped up. But J.K. Gill picks up that loose ball off a 2-on-1 advantage the other way, and they capitalize. Back comes the Pittsburgh Gods. Scheigel the shot, and that gets smothered up, and we'll get a face-off. Face-off will go to the left of the goaltender for Midnight today, David DiGeronimo. Clean win for Pittsburgh, back to the point. Off the dasher board, that's where DiGeronimo just had trouble with on their last Pittsburgh goal. That pass was intended to go back to the point for the God Steedle, but he had the back pedal. That shot beats the goaltender, but couldn't beat the goal post. Midnight has to clear as it comes out of the zone. Ball played back, tons of time and space for Crocker. Now the ball just gets shipped in. Gill racing after it. Just out of the reach. Midnight trying to poke that one back. Pittsburgh just trying to get it out of the zone. Scheigel well up top here, trying to find an outlet pass, as now he's going to be bumped. But Scheigel's able to get the ball around Wild. Midnight plays the ball in. 3-on-2 if they hurry. 3 minutes exactly left to go here in the second period. By the way, semifinal number 2 scheduled to happen right after this game. Toronto takes on Hamilton. Board battle right in front of us here. Midnight wins that battle, and now they play it right. Looking to go back to the point. Now he's bumped along the boards. Good work as this two-man game continues. Ball's popped out. Midnight has to clear as they're played right back in towards the goal, and the save is made by Rethgage. High chip. Icing arm up. And icing is called against the Pittsburgh God. 2:04 left here in the second period of play. It's a 3-3 game. Started off all Pittsburgh. 2-0 Pittsburgh. That lead was erased. And then it was 3-2 Pittsburgh, and now 3-3, and that's where we sit as the faceoff comes to the left of the goaltender. Faceoff won back by the Pittsburgh Gods. Trying to just clear it out of the zone. Trickles out of the zone. And now Midnight takes right back over. Mentis working hard to just find his way into the middle for the Midnight Express as the ball is controlled here along the near wall. Nath trying to chase after it for the Pittsburgh Gods. I believe Crocker to Mentis out front. He just couldn't pull the trigger. Down low it comes. Good cycle now game. Cycle work from Midnight, allowing a lot of scoring chances. There's one, but a better save from Rethgage, and he holds on. 1:19 left to go here in the second period. A lot of scoring chances both ways. Midnight seems to be getting the better of the Pittsburgh Gods right now, but Rethgage standing tall. Winner of this game scheduled to play 5:30. That game will be moved back, as there is a semifinal number 2 still to play. We're not sure the estimated start time of the finals yet, but 5:30 will not be right. Outside shot, rebound, just gets blocked and turned aside. Midnight pouring on the pressure as J.K. Gill threw that towards the front. Backhand spin, still in right in front of the crease. What a stop by Rethgage as he makes another save. And J.K. Gill can't believe how he made that stop. Face-off is going to stay deep with 52.5 seconds left to go. The ball will drop to the right of Rethgage. So face-off now deep in the Pittsburgh God end, and it has been relentless pressure over the past 3 minutes or so. Midnight now leads the shots on goal category, by the way, 16-13. 16-13 shots on goal in favor of the Midnight Express, who have battled their way back from 2 different deficits. Under 30 to play now. Midnight controls the ball along the far wall, coming up, trying to find a better shooting lane. Crocker, he's well up top, wants a pass, but they elect to go down low. 20 seconds remaining on the game clock here in period 2. Reaching stick from Barbas pokes that away. Pittsburgh high up out of the zone. Icing gets waved off. 5 seconds to go in the period. The shot has to be a shot from Gill. Not going to happen, so that will end the second period of play. Tied at 3. The game started tied 0-0. Each team has put in 3. We'll go to the third, looking for an answer. You're watching live coverage of the 2019 BAUER Clash of the Titans right here on WeeStream at Haig Bowl Arena. 3-3 game set to go here for the third and what could be the possibly deciding deciding period before overtime. Last 2 games here at the Clash of the Titans required overtime. Every game today, though, has been within 1 goal. (3-3), 12 minutes left to go here in this semifinal game. Gill has it. He just sends it around. Ball gets chipped out and forced out by the Pittsburgh Gods. Played in deep. Icing called as Midnight thought they touched it, but the referees say no. So the face-off comes all the way back deep in the Midnight end. Fresh bodies coming on for both these teams. Aaron Haney. He takes the draw, but he loses it for the Pittsburgh Gods. Haney trying to reach after that and reach around, but he's unable to make it. Here comes Midnight now. Good strip, and back come the Pittsburgh Gods. 3-on-3 across the blue line. Stretch pass. No ice. Ice is waved off. Played by the goaltender, Rethgage. Trying to just find a better shot. Loses control. Haney pokes it away for Pittsburgh. Sent in deep. Icing waved off. DiGeronimo leaves it for Crocker here on the near side. Slipping away, Gill. Big battle. Ball gets thrown deep. Out come Pittsburgh. 3-on-3 across the line. Shot goes wide, and it'll be chased after by Jeff Gingill. That shot, one hop right into the glove, and DiGeronimo gets a whistle to hold on. These two teams swapping scoring chances back and forth. And we'll see another offensive zone faceoff now for the Pittsburgh Gods. Pittsburgh, a team that can really dominate when they start going. You saw that early in this first period. It was a 2-0 Pittsburgh lead. Every pass seemed a lot more crisper, but ever since the pressure has been put on by the Midnight Express, it has not gone Pittsburgh way. DiGeronimo, one of those goaltenders who's been a legend in ball hockey, has so much success at this tournament and with the Midnight Express. Pittsburgh found a way to crack him and put 3 past him. 3-3 where we sit, 9:40 to go here in the third period. Ball sent in deep, chasing it after it. 2 Gods, 2 Midnight players. And they just simply blow the whistle, and we get a stoppage with 9:32 remaining here in the period. You're trying to find a flaw in either one of these teams, but when you balance out how good each of these teams been throughout the weekend, it's hard to know when you're just going to find that little flaw that could be an advantage for your team. So many good ball players on both these teams. One little mistake could be the difference. As the face-off cleanly won back by the Midnight Express. Played out, stretch pass in the breakaway, gets taken down, but gets a scoring chance off. Good stop though by Rethgage. High flip, stays in the zone. Now Pittsburgh. Soft chip off the far wall. Pittsburgh here doing an excellent job of breaking out and getting scoring chances like that. They score! Albright. Bright as his shoes. Albright makes it a 4-3 lead. Once again, a rebound works, and the Pittsburgh Gods have a 4-3 lead. So 71, Jordan Albright makes it a 4-3 Pittsburgh God lead. Midnight, they've clawed back from two different Pittsburgh God leads. It was 2-0, then 3-2 for Pittsburgh, now 4-3 Pittsburgh. Out come Midnight with speed into the neutral zone. Crocker, he slips and loses control of the ball. Ball played here on the near wall. Gill bumps his man off the ball. That's Gregory for the Pittsburgh Gods. Wants an interference call, but the referee says no as Albright got tangled up going on the chase after that ball. Once again, Midnight can't get anything towards the goal as Pittsburgh comes back out. Pittsburgh now with speed. A player pressuring DiGeronimo, but he uses his backhand to move the ball up the far wall. In the zone, Gill. That shot gets blocked. Pittsburgh just trying to throw any part of the body at any ball now to block it. Time and space for Pittsburgh. Only 8 minutes to go here in the third period. Pass up the near wall. Gets played in, icing waved off. Pittsburgh on the backhand. Plays it right in front of their own bench. That ball stays in though. Good work by Midnight to make a change and keep that ball in. Now they'll elect to just sacrifice the zone and come out for a change. That shot whistles wide, but just narrowly misses. High and out of play right in front of us, and we'll get a stoppage. Big opportunity here as the faceoff comes back in deep. Pittsburgh tired. Midnight, fresh bodies on the floor. Big offensive zone faceoff here for the Midnight Express as they're starting to run out of time. 7 minutes to go here in the third period. Pass that connects Pittsburgh Gods. That shot gets blocked. Good block by Crocker. On the backhand, 3 Pittsburgh Gods, 3 Midnight. In there and they score! A little weak backhand that fools him, but Dan Gregory has found the back of the net and makes it a 5-3 Pittsburgh lead. Pittsburgh, and definitely DiGeronimo is going to want that goal back. 7:02 left to play here in the third period. And a new face-off coming as the new centerman coming for the Midnight Express. So Hannon comes in to take the drop. One back cleanly. Midnight now through the middle. Backhand, forehand. Good stop. And players come together now just to the left of the goaltender, Rethgage. Nothing more than a little push and shoving. Nothing's going to come of it, but the face-off will come to the left of Rethgage. .646 left on the clock here. Pittsburgh ahead 5-3. A couple of goals for sure. Midnight will definitely want back. DiGeronimo for sure will know it, including that last one. As there's a big play and a collision in the neutral zone. DiGeronimo covers up as it's an errant pass that's well out of the reach of the Pittsburgh streaking in forward. One other game still to come before the big dance. It'll be the Toronto Orangemen taking on the Hamilton Hayes. That's the semifinal number 2 matchup here at the 2019 BAUER Clash of the Titans. Face off now to the left of DiGeronimo. Behind his own goal for Crocker. Start something up here. The Midnight Express can find anything that gets behind the Pittsburgh God. They need to know what it is. Because right now, Pittsburgh has that 2-goal lead with only 6:18 to go. East-west pass, but it gets tipped off the stick of number 15 for the Gods in Ryan Dutton. Sliding in. Blocks that pass going towards the net. Able to get around one Midnight player. He kind of gets sent to the floor. Good work by Barvis to clear that ball. 5:45 left to go. No zone yet for Midnight. Here's Albright. He's got one. He had the 4th goal for the Pittsburgh Gods. That gets blocked. Albright also scored in their quarterfinal game as well. 2-on-1 now. That shot. Blocker save and out of play. Face-off will go right inside the Pittsburgh God end. 5:26 to go here in the third. 5-3 lead. All games today. 1-goal spread. Face-off won by the Pittsburgh Gods. DiGeronimo will have to cover as it's a good pressure coming from the Pittsburgh Gods. So many good players who have had exceptional games today, including Albright for the Pittsburgh Gods. Both games he played in was exceptionally well. He scored a beautiful go-ahead goal to make it a 4-3 lead. But he just has that speed that Pittsburgh needs to be able to go around Midnight and be able to keep the ball and get a lot of offensive rebounds. Midnight wins that draw. They go for a quick change, get fresh legs on the floor. 5 minutes to go here in the third. Midnight forced all the way back to the line. They keep it in though. Crocker gives it off. The ball gets blocked and goes out of play. Still to come, semifinal number 2, of course, right here. WeeStream's coverage of Ballhockey.com's and BAUER's Clash of the Titans. Face off in the left of Breathgate. One back. Bumped off the ball. Crocker back for the Midnight Express. DiGeronimo originally held on, puts it down, and now will pick up the ball and get a whistle. Midnight just no real control right now as they've been trailing this entire game. Been able to come back and take away a couple leads, but no real presence all around the Pittsburgh God net. Pittsburgh been able to hold off the pressure from the Midnight Express. Pittsburgh's had a great weekend, though. You look at their games and you look at how they've dominated. Their offense has been really good. So it seems to be the face-off is going to staying inside the zone of the Midnight Express. High flip. Right on goal. That'll wave off the icing, and we get another whistle. 4:19 left to go here in the third period. Proud to be streaming this online. Of course, on the Ballhockey.com Facebook page, as well as Deck Hockey. 2019 BAUER Clash of the Titans You always know it's one of those events you circle on your calendar. And as I take a look around, seats are full here at the Haig Bowl Arena. And it'll be that way all the way till probably 9 o'clock tonight. Rimmed around the boards. That'll clear. Midnight has to come out. High chip off the glass. That'll get pushed back in. Player gets taken towards out, and Barbas. And now a helmet kicked. And we'll see if anything comes of that. But Barbas is the helmet that got kicked. There was no real sign of any original penalty on the play. But the whistle was blown for the net coming off, so we'll see what happens. .358 left to go. A penalty now going to be detrimental for both these teams, and it seems a penalty is coming at least to Pittsburgh and also to Midnight. So the penalties are coincidentals. Interference against Barbas and Pittsburgh, unsportsmanlike for the Midnight Express. Whistle after whistle. And you're trying to figure out what is actually going on, but faceoff is going to stay deep inside the Pittsburgh end. Hannanen is in the box. Barbas in the box. It should be quite simple. So it is going to be 4-on-4 hockey. Faceoff stays deep inside the Pittsburgh zone. I think we're set to go finally now as the referees have sorted out the penalties. And here we go, 4-on-4, 3:58 to go. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 2 full minutes. Ball gets thrown out. 2-on-1 now for the Pittsburgh Gods. There's a shot, good stop by DiGeronimo. Pittsburgh player gets tripped up, no call. 3.5 left to go here in the third. And Haney, I believe, is the one that got tripped up. Slowly trotting his way to the bench. High chip that just is going to find its way onto the blade of Pittsburgh's number 20. Hershik sends it around for Albright as he goes for a change. Albright doing a good job here. Just holding on to the ball. Good ball possession. He gets tangled up. Wants a hold call, but not going to get it. Here comes the Midnight Express. Running out of time now. 2:45 to go. Shot right off the glove. And pass is waved off. There's a shot. No rebound there. Albright trying to find that loose ball for Pittsburgh. Highly thrown out of the zone all the way down, and icing call. Icing called with 2 minutes, 29 seconds remaining here in the third period. 5-3 Pittsburgh. We're going to play 4-on-4 for at least another 30 seconds. Those players are out of the box at 1:58 remaining in the period. Empty net for the Midnight Express, so they'll add the extra attacker. So extra attacker on for the Midnight Express as they're in desperation mode now. They trail by 2. Long stoppages here between each play as we're finally set to go. Face-off one cleanly back by the Pittsburgh Gods. Now Crocker sends it down low to the near side. Crocker and Gustini played catch, but now they go to the far side. Crocker back to Gustini. Widens and fires. Good stop. Ref gauge square to that shot, and he sends it out of play. You got to think Midnight will be shooting a lot more balls now. And trying to get anything they can towards the net. Semi-final number 1, of course, right here. Semi-final number 2, next up here on WeeStream's coverage of the BAUER Clash of the Titans. Back to the point for Crocker. Crocker, penalized players are out of the box. 6 on 5 now, as the net is still empty for Midnight. Only a minute 50 to remaining here in the third. Crocker keeps it in. Plays D-to-D catch. That'll get flipped out. Good work by the Gods, number 76, Jeff Gingell. Midnight trying to find an answer. 1:25 to go here in the period. That flip pass doesn't go anywhere near the net. Crocker, shot on block. Pittsburgh, Gregory, he gets it in deep. He'll pressure the Midnight player deep in the zone. 60 seconds left here in the third. That shot, tip, deep in the zone, they're offside. Good news here for Pittsburgh. They'll patiently take their time. Throw it in front of the goal, try to get that out. That does clear, and goes all the way back to Crocker. 38 seconds to go. That shot, wide of the net. Icing not called as he was above the blue line. Crocker keeps that in. Drop pass to the far side in front of the Pittsburgh bench. They cycle it down low. Running out of time. 15 seconds to go. They need 2. To Crocker. Needs to shoot it. Running out of time. Thrown in front. Pittsburgh. They push that into the corner, and the Pittsburgh Gods are going to move on. Only 3 seconds to go. 1.1, and we get a stoppage. So we'll see if they run the clock or what is actually going to happen. And they run the clock. Pittsburgh Gods 5, the Midnight Express 3. So this championship final will feature the Pittsburgh Gods, and we don't know if it'll be the Toronto Orangemen or the Hamilton Hays. Final score 5-3 in favor of the Pittsburgh Gods. That was semifinal number 1, a part of the 2019 BAUER Clash of the Titans, presented by Ballhockey.com and streamed right here from Haig Bowl Arena by WeeStream.